Welcome back to Lewis Family Farms, and this evening we're coming to you from our little cabbage patch. They are really coming up nicely. These were planted double rows. As you can see, they're getting a little weedy, a little bushy. So we're going through with our manual hoe and just pulling those weeds, and in the same thing we're actually mulching the roots of these cabbages. So what we're doing is just pulling the soil, or pulling some soil along with the weeds, and pulling the weeds along with some soil to the root of the cabbages. What these are actually doing is that they are at the stage they are now, they'll start sending out little roots. There you go. So there you can see they're sending out little roots here. That's where my little pinky is. So what happens is that when we bring the soil close to the trunk of the cabbage, as a matter of fact, to cover the trunk of the cabbage, they actually start sending additional roots, which will start pulling additional nutrients for the cabbages. So I find that this is a sensible thing to do, seeing as we do not have a lot of cabbages. We only have about 4 rows of cabbages here now, so it shouldn't take us a long time. And just to remember that farming is actually a patient work in which we take care of the plants that we have put in the ground, and when we take care of the plants, then the plants will actually take care of us. All right, the more care we give to the plants is the more the plants will produce. I'm actually enjoying this. This is fun. As you can see, I'm using a manual hoe. It's a manual hoe bought at the farm store, and what I'm doing is just to pull there you go, it's just to pull the weeds along with some of the soil to mulch there. So we're actually getting rid of the weeds from out of the walkway, sorry, and in the same action pulling some of the soil along with our weeds. All right, I'm actually doing this one-handed, so it's not as effective or as efficient on energy and time as with both hands at work. All right, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of what we are doing here. So there you go. So we pull them down, pulling out the weeds and bringing the soil along with the weeds, but they are going to be covered. They are actually being covered back onto the cabbages. All right, and this is the result. So it actually builds a mound at the end, at the root or at the trunk of the cabbages. Don't be too concerned about the leaves folding up like that. That's what cabbages actually do. They actually fold. All right, but this is a good thing for the cabbage. You don't have to mold the cabbages. Here at Lewis Family Farms, we have planted cabbages before. This is actually the first where we're trying this method of molding the cabbage roots, and it seems to be a pretty good method of helping the plants produce more roots, stronger roots, better roots. So there you can see all of these nodes here, they are actually producing roots. So all we're trying to do is to help the plants by covering those and encouraging those roots to come and actually help the plants. So there you can see another little root. Not sure if you can focus properly, but there you can see another little root right at the tip of my finger. Alright, so what we do is actually cover that root, and that root will actually become a permanent root in the ground. All right, so just a little update from our cabbage patch here at Lewis Family Farms. As we go along, we will continue to give you much more updates as these cabbages start to look really nice. All right, as you can see, they're spreading real nicely and are falling. They are pretty clean. There are no worms here. And this is due to the time that we have planted it. We are getting a lot of rain now, and normally when we plant cabbages in the rainy time, we don't have a great challenge with worms. So we do not have to be applying a lot of chemicals to these cabbages. They are actually coming naturally. Yeah, getting a lot of rain, a lot of water, so that's pretty good for these cabbages. All right, this is actually our first set of cabbages for this year, and we're actually in December, so you know, we're giving thanks. Within another couple of weeks we will be able to eat cabbages. All right, okay, so we have just completed molding and cleaning our cabbages. Boy, tell me, aren't they just looking lovely? As I said earlier, we only have 4 rows of cabbages here, and these are 4 double rows. Here we have a watermelon. Somehow the seed survived from our last crop of watermelon. This is where we had planted our last crop of watermelon, and this is a lovely one. Last year we planted cabbages after planting watermelons, and we had one vine in particular that produced 180 something pounds. It produced 9 watermelons. That was a lovely haul. Yeah, boy. All right, so I don't know, let us watch it and see how it grows, if it lives up to that standard. 180 pounds from one seed, one vine of watermelons. All right, so what we will do now is just go through and uproot these weeds that are left at the roots of the cabbages, which is pretty easy, bearing in mind that the only part that is left is the roots for us to weed. All right, here's another watermelon that I saw and decided to save it, not to destroy it. It's looking pretty good. It's actually running off better than the one that we just looked on. So let us see if these 2 vines of watermelon can surprise us or surpass the one that sprang up among our cabbages last season. All right, so that's it for our cabbages. They are clean. We are going to be fertilizing them today, and that should be it for them for another 2 weeks or so, and they're looking lovely. This is a lot of cabbages to eat. All right, and so while doing our cabbages, we decided to spend a little time on our row of tomato, reminding you that this is our backyard garden. This is not the large farm that we are now moving towards. When I say large, I mean the little bigger farm that we are now moving towards. So these tomatoes are looking really nice, really wonderful. All right, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. They're looking wonderful. So they're actually blossoming. So there's a blossom, and then there's another bunch here, there's another bunch here. So it seems as if everywhere there is a nude, there is a blossom. These are really wonderful quality. This is really a wonderful quality. So let us see how the fruit turns out. So yeah, so we have cleaned this row and the cabbages, and we had a couple cabbage seedlings left, so we started planting them in this row, but it was not enough. That's what it looks like from this angle. All right, and just here is our row of string bean coming on really nicely, and I like how they are growing. They're growing really even, really even Stevens. So yeah, this is another thing that we are watching to see how they turn out. In another couple weeks or so, a couple days or so, they should start flowering, start producing. And this is an experimental row, so we want to see how the production is in this row. Then we will know how to replicate and scale it up or scale it down depending on our needs. All right, so remember now, our backyard garden is really the place that we do all our experiments, and then from that knowledge we'll be able to upscale or replicate it somewhere else, or share with you our findings, what our findings are. So far our backyard garden is not looking too bad, not looking bad at all. These are some other tomatoes. Well, it's actually one row of tomato. We haven't finished cleaning them up as yet. These are some pak choys. These are coming on nicely as well. And here we have, you can see we have pak choys that are actually ready to be eaten. There, nice row of pak choys. Nice row of pak choys. So from what we have on the garden, in the garden now, we can actually prepare a meal. So as it is now, we do not have to go to the market to survive, and that's really one of the main objectives of this backyard garden. All right, since we started gardening probably about 2 years ago, it has drastically reduced our visits, our cost at the market. So say for instance we have coconuts, and you know anything can be cooked down in coconut. You have scotch bonnet peppers, pak choy. Have you ever had a pak choy stew or pak choy or callaloo cooked down in coconut? That is something else, something for you to try. All right, and we have tomatoes. Right now we have tomatoes and sweet peppers in storage from our last crop of tomato and sweet peppers. So even though you don't see any sweet peppers producing here now, we have some small ones there that are coming up. They're actually blossoming. But even though you don't see any sweet peppers or tomatoes here ripening now, we have tomato and sweet peppers in storage, and that's how we practice it here. So even though it's not in the farm, it is in storage. Food security, even though this is a small farm and really probably could not sustain our family for months and years, but it does make a difference, because what happens here in Jamaica is that the price or the cost of farm produce fluctuates on a very regular basis, and it's for a large part of it unpredictable sometimes. So at one point you'll have tomatoes selling at $30, $25 per pound in the market, and then at another time you'll have it selling for $300, $400, or even in the Christmas season, which we are now. This last year Christmas season, it was selling for somewhere between $600 and $800 per pound. Now compare $600 or $800 per pound with $30 per pound. So this week it is selling for $30, and next week it's $100. The other week it's $400, and within a month it moves from $30 to $800 or $600 per pound. That is ridiculous. So food security is very, very important. Create your own storage. Buy the things when they are, if you don't produce them for yourself, buy the produce when they are cheap. Scallion is another thing and scallion and onions can be preserved for some time. So there are times when onions are short, When scallions are short, scallion will go for $50 per pound in the market sometimes, and then it will move to $600 the next week or 2 or 3 weeks after that. So that's what we are saying. Food security, sit down with your family or those who do the budgeting in your family and plan or prepare how. One of the things that we have a plan to introduce for our family is to install another freezer, another deep freezer, to freeze a lot of our foods. One of the things we do know is that it will increase the consumption of electricity, which means our electricity bill will increase. And in Jamaica, the cost of electricity is very, very expensive. But just say, for instance, our electricity bill increases by 200 Jamaican dollars, which is probably about, probably about 125 US dollars. When going to the market, the market produce, the market bill is going to be about probably about $10,000, and that's between $8,000 to $10,000, and that's for simple little stuff, cabbages, you color your tomatoes, your onion, your scallion. So if we can actually pay an extra $24,000 for the year to maintain our freezer, or additional freezer, which would give us additional storage, then I am thinking that $24,000 electricity, increased electricity, and $200,000 increased food bill. Yeah, it makes sense to me. So that's something that we are going to be running another trial on. All right. So yeah, I think this is where we are going to stop in our garden for this morning. Tomorrow morning or later on this evening we pick up again, but we're going to be moving now towards the larger farm to do some work there, and to see how the crops are coming on there. We'll give you an update on that once we get a chance to take those videos. All right, so until next time, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you are not already a member of our channel. We are trying to increase our channel. We have been stuck for some time now at about 341 subscribers. Please share our videos, like our videos, so that we can continue to be encouraged to do these videos and to share them. All right, so blessed love from us here at Lewis Family Farms. All right. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. Next one. Don't let it go on the leaves. All right. All right. So we are fertilizing our pumpkins, and Caleb is going through. Let's see if I can catch what he's doing.
A worm.
You see a worm?
Yeah.
Listen to it. Don't put it so close to the root, Papa. You're gonna put it about 4 inches around from the root. All right. Yes, like that. Go straight around now. Straight around, nice. Yeah, right round. Nice, yeah, nice. Right round. All right, nice. All right, next one. That's enough. All right. Yes. Right round, Papa. Right round, nice boy. That's too close to the root. About 4 inches. Right round. All right, that's enough. Next one. Don't let it go on the leaves. When you go on the leaves, you brush them off. It'll burn the leaves, alright? Alright, next one. Yes. Right round. Yes. Right round. Alright, right round. Alright, nice. That one is done nicely. Alright, next one. Yes. Don't step on the leaves. Yes. Don't throw it on the leaves. Brush off the leaves. Yes. Nice. Alright, next one. Not bad, Papa. See you do how many already, man. Nice, nice. Yeah, just like that. Nice, Papa. I see you learning, man. Alright, alright. Put it a little closer. Alright. Alright. So, alright. Next one, yes. Yes. Go ahead, right round. Alright. No, that's too far. Take time and mind you fall. That's too far, Papa. Yeah, man. Alright, yeah, that's it. See, that looks good. So there's a fertilizer, granular fertilizer. Alright, I'll see another one over here, Papa. So this one right here. Nice, that is perfect, Papa. That is perfect. Alright. Nice. Missed a little part here. Alright, so you're gonna find another row now, and you're gonna do that row. Alright, so do this row. I'm gonna do the row with the corn. So you do this row starting from here. Alright, and you go all the way up there again. Alright, and then you take the next row, come down, then up and down and up and down. Alright, so that is going to do the other rows now. Alright, so we have all of this to be done. It's not difficult, pretty easy. So what we're using today, we don't have any irrigation on this farm, or this part of the farm. So what we're using is just an ordinary water bottle with a cork, and we just bore a little hole at the bottom. Alright, and then fill it with the fertilizers, and we do is just hold it, shake it around, and that's it. It dispenses the fertilizer, and that's it. Try not to get it on the leaves, and yeah. So that is how we're going to fertilize this ½ acre of pumpkins and corn. So we have a weeder, somebody over there weeding the sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are coming on very nicely. Alright.